Box Elder men and a Rapid City woman are facing charges including eluding law enforcement and drug possession.
Police pulled over a car on Mount Rushmore Road just after midnight on Sunday. The car did not come to an immediate stop, but eventually stopped in the cul-de-sac on Topper Rock Road.
The driver gave a false name but was later identified as 27-year-old Trevor Patton of Box Elder. 28-year-old Christian DeGeest and 21-year-old Madison Dyer were the passengers.
While searching the car, officers found a controlled substance and meth residue in the car. Police arrested Patton and both passengers.
A truck ended up in a sewage lagoon near Lean Park on Monday afternoon.
Sioux Falls police tell KELOLAND News they got a call about a truck driving on a service road. The sewage service truck slid off the road and into the lagoon north of the park. The 58-year-old driver suffered minor injuries. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue and EMS also responded to the scene. And now a reminder this morning from the Sioux Falls Police Department. If you're having a package delivered, it might be wise to be home when it comes or to have it dropped off with a trusted neighbor. Police have seen a recent uptick in package thefts as the holiday season is underway.
First of all, I notify the business who you bought the item from, especially if it's a Christmas gift. You want to try to get on that quick and probably get it redelivered if possible. Also call the police. We take reports all the time for package thefts.
If you have a package that gets stolen, call the non-emergency number and report it as stolen. Police will be interested as well in surveillance video if you have it from the theft. Now let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a warm day, but becoming very windy as we do hit the late afternoon, evening, and tonight. That's when this clipper moves through, and behind it will change that wind direction to the northwest for everybody. And we'll see these wind gusts over 60 miles per hour in parts of eastern KELOLAND, even approaching 70. But in the meantime, it will be warm, and we'll watch a couple of rain showers today, too. High of 40 in Sioux Falls and Aberdeen, 54 in Pierre, near 60 in Rapid City. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The Children's Home Shelter for Family Safety is dealing with the aftermath of a burst pipe. On Friday morning, the pipe burst, causing water to spread out on the main floor and into the basement.
All of our donations are held in our basement. So all of our toy donation that we would use for like Christmas and birthdays throughout the years, that was downstairs. Our blankets, our clothing overflow, diapers, that was all downstairs. So we did lose some toys and diapers.
The shelter needs laundry detergent to wash the bedding and clothes, but some of the diapers and toys had to be thrown out.
For ideas on how to help out, click the links with this story on KELOLAND.com.
The Foster Network in Sioux Falls is preparing to hand out Christmas gifts to local foster families.
The nonprofit received hundreds of wish list items during the Give Joy This Christmas event. They also used monetary donations to purchase even more toys for the gift room.
The giveaway starts Thursday.
The community has been amazing. The last month we've had not just the support in getting the gifts, but we've had a steady stream of volunteers that have come in, excited to make a difference for the kids.
The Foster Network will be handing out gifts to foster families this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
You never know where you'll run into wildlife in South Dakota. A viewer sent us this video from West 12th Street, 2 miles west of Cherry Lake. You could see a rafter of turkeys gathered in his front yard.
He says the parade moves through around 9 a.m. almost daily. If you capture any pictures or video the wildlife in your area, you can submit them to KELOLAND.com/ushare.
Well, that is a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another Check Your Weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, we're tracking a lot of weather headlines. First of all, it is going to be warmer today. And this is really an interesting setup because temperatures, even in Sioux Falls, will climb well above freezing. We're forecasting 60 or very close to that level in Rapid City today. So as those warmer temperatures are moving in, we also have kind of a little bit of a wintry combo this morning in the Northeast. That's another headline I want to make sure we get out there. We'll show you the maps on that in a moment. Now, Tonight in the southeast, the biggest question mark is what is the condition of the snow by that point when we see these really strong winds coming in. And obviously, we're dealing with a situation where, as of this morning, the snow, all of it could blow around. But by late in the day, after a few hours, or at least 8 to 10 hours above freezing, we think there will be at least somewhat of a crust. So we're playing this with the middle ground. It's a possible blizzard, ground blizzard that is, and a winter storm watch as of this morning. So just keep watching the weather today. By the way, the coldest air of the season coming in this weekend. Don't forget about that, too. There's a focus on the wind headlines. Again, the worst of those 60-plus mile-an-hour wind gusts will likely occur in these snow squalls. They're going to be around here and there late tonight. I think by Wednesday morning, we'll have 30 to 45, so still a lot of wind. But gradually through the day, the winds will taper off. So the advisories for the freezing rain cover the Northeast. That'll be a segment of time, mainly this morning. And then once the temperature's above freezing, then, it's going to melt a lot of that quickly. Winds are up to 65 at times west and central, so that's a high wind warning. And then, as I just told you before here, that winter storm watch covers a big chunk of southeast KELOLAND. I really believe some of these counties will probably go over to an advisory for blowing snow. The question is, do any of these reach a blizzard situation? And that's just that unknown. So I imagine they'll put out some new bulletins on that really anytime, late this morning into the afternoon. So keep your Storm Tracker app handy. You'll get those bulletin notifications right away. That'll be a push notification to your mobile device. And of course, here at KELO, we'll be updating you on these things frequently through the day. Enjoy the mild weather, though. Yeah, a chance to get that snow off the underside of your vehicle maybe here as we warm up. We've got winds, though. Boy, big time wind in Rapid City already by late this morning and this afternoon. Frequent gusts here at 50 to 60. Sioux Falls gets, a little windy by 4 and 5. But I still believe that the worst of the wind will be after sunset and probably even getting closer to midnight. If you really want the peak wind gusts here, see some of these numbers? They're 60 to 65. Scott and I have been talking about that too. There's even been a couple of examples where it's been near 70 miles an hour and a few little isolated pockets here and there. So when we see that, we're just going to tell you right up front, you need to be aware of that. That could even create a couple of power outages with that kind of wind. There's your rainfall. Showers this afternoon. That's going to brush through, so that'll get a little sloppiness on those streets. And then, of course, this evening temperatures will be falling from 40, and it'll really start dropping fast here after midnight with those very strong winds. So a lot of weather. Family of clippers, more of those ahead in the days to come. Let's wrap it up here. We've got 40s and 50s today. Sioux Falls west, we're thinking even the northeast will get close to 40 today. It's pretty impressive. Tomorrow, steady or falling temperatures. I put 18 in there. That's kind of a placeholder. Really, it's not going to feel that warm. And then on Thursday, another chance of snow could come back, possibly extending into early Friday. I do think that Saturday's system has merit. There's now a little more of a push of more snow, the third weekend in a row for Sioux Falls, potentially here. All right. It's going to be a lot colder this weekend, though. Way colder. Temperatures near maybe 0 to 5 above. Aberdeen, too. We may not be done cutting high temperatures and low temperatures. There's a solid base of evidence now supporting at least one morning of 20 below zero air temperatures. So those of us that have been here a while, when it gets to 20 below, that's pretty cold. It gets that's definitely a bigger level of cold. Rapid City, too, you'll get colder this weekend. Snow chances off and on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Check out more details on the busy weather at KELOLAND.com.